Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Big Blue Drew 97 here, coming at you with another spoiler video for My Hero Academia, manga chapter 280. Apparently the title of it is Red Riot, so you know, Kirishima is going to play a large focus in this chapter, and yeah, from what we see in the spoilers, he plays a major role in this chapter. And before I get right into the spoilers, I would like to ask y'all to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, comment down below so that I can grow this YouTube channel so I can continuously provide spoilers, as well as just talk to y'all about the spoilers and do my reviews and all of that, so I can continuously do that. So without the way, let's actually get right started. So the first spoiler panel that we have is you have Mina, and just let you know, these are all out of order. I tried to put them in what I thought was chronological order based off of the description of the chapter. For the most part, what I'm going to be saying is going to be completely out of order, and it may be completely different in the actual manga. But from the first panel that I have for the spoilers, we have Mina, and she has this type of expression on her face, and she hears Gigantomachia talk. Gigantomachia is talking to Mount Lady. From what we saw with the description, most likely what he's saying is like, yo, I will be happy if I never see you again. And from this moment, the next few panels of spoilers that I have are just Gigantomachia ragdolling Mount Lady, just throwing her by her head into the ground, crushing her. Mount Lady tries to fight back, and it is not successful. But from here, we actually get something very important. We get the connection that we've all known between Gigantomachia and Mina, because we apparently have this flashback of Mina remembering that she met Gigantomachia, or that villain that intimidated her, and how she was able to stick up for her friends and protect her friends while she was terrified. And from the description of this chapter, she has this flashback, and you would think that because she's having this flashback, she's hesitating, but in actuality, she's not. She's having this flashback, and she's remembering what she said to Mineta apparently, and is gaining the resolve to get over her fear, because she believes that Gigantomachia is that same villain. We actually do not get the specific confirmation of it, but it's very obvious that the villain that she met when she was in middle school and tricked is the same person as Gigantomachia. So she's overcoming that fear from what we see in the spoilers as well as in the descriptions, to the point where she tries to throw the anesthetic into Gigantomachia's mouth, and it doesn't seem to be successful. And due to that unsuccess, Gigantomachia would try to attack her. And from what I'm believing is happening before that, we actually see Red Riot and Tetsu running through the flames, trying to get to Gigantomachia to put the anesthetic in his mouth. And from here, we get a scene of Mina being pushed out of the way by Red Riot in his unbreakable form, about to be crushed by Gigantomachia's hand as he pushed Mina out the way. And what is interesting about this spoiler scene is that it kind of ties back into Mina and Kirishima's backstory when they met in middle school, and how Kirishima was not confident, how he saw the villain, who he may also know may be Gigantomachia, and how he was unafraid to jump in to save the students, while now it's the opposite. He is now jumping in to save Mina, where when they were little, when they were in middle school, Mina jumped in to save her friends. So that's a cool scene. And what is even cooler is that we also see Tetsu bringing Mina out of the rubble. Mina is probably questioning, what's happening with Kirishima? What's happening with Kirishima? And you may be thinking like, oh no, did Kirishima die? And in all honesty, while reading these spoilers, I thought Kirishima had died, but no. Because in the next spoilers that we have a double page spread of Kirishima with his unbreakable form just climbing up Gigantomachia as if he was a mountain himself, as he was Mr. Lady. That makes no sense. But he's climbing Gigantomachia. He's climbing to the top. He's climbing to the top. And apparently Gigantomachia sees him and he's like, strawberry? Because, you know, he's red and compared to Gigantomachia, he's tiny. From that moment, we also get another spoiler panel / page where we see that he has the anesthetic. He throws it at Gigantomachia and we see that Toga destroys the anesthetic. And you would think like, oh no, we were so close. We were so close. But joke's on you, because Kaminari brings out another canister of the anesthetic and tosses it into Gigantomachia's mouth. And from there, we see that he tosses it into his mouth, and we see that it does fall into Gigantomachia's mouth. But then we see Gigantomachia aiming at Kirishima, aiming to attack him, most likely trying to kill him. But apparently he misses. And from what we're getting with the next few panels, the reason why he most likely missed is because he was being attacked by other heroes. And while he was being attacked by these other heroes, we have Tokage, who was able to rescue Kirishima. And as well as this, we also see that Kaminari is still alive with the poltergeist girl. So he's heavily injured, but he's still alive. Yay. As well as we see when it comes to Gigantomachia, he's apparently able to move his jaw upward, which means that most likely what he is doing, and this could affect whether or not the anesthetic is going to work, but he now moved his guard up, and I believe that it's working as a face guard to protect him from the incoming heroes, because we see a whole lot of heroes coming in. I do not recognize a whole lot of them, but I know one of them is a big old Fat Gum. So Fat Gum is coming and is doing all these projectile attacks. And then we also have a panel of Gigantomachia. He's standing straight up. I'm not 100% sure where this will be placed, but we see that he is putting the League of Villains on his back as he's preparing to head in the direction of Shigaraki. And most likely, from what is going on, he is probably about to take off. The actual final spoiler that we have, which is also a double page spread, is that we cut back over to the final attack that Endeavor made on Shigaraki. And from what this spoiler and what these double page spread is saying is that attack did massive damage to the point where Shigaraki is on the ground, basically in a kneeling position. And from what the summation is telling us is that they're having a talk where Endeavor is basically chastising Shigaraki for having no motive, but then Shigaraki is like, oh no, I do have a motive. I'm not just destroying for destruction's sake. I have a reason to do so. And the reason potentially involves the fact that he was abandoned by society, so he wants to tear down society, and how the only person that took him in was his father figure, All For One. And how can like a hero abandon their family tie into the fact that his father was abandoned by his mother. But from what I'm getting from this is that Shigaraki knows that his grandmother was a superhero who abandoned her father, but he may not know the reason why. And the reason why she abandoned her son is because she was fighting his father figure, All For One. So I believe that is going to play a role in the story. Maybe not now, but it will. And we see that Shigaraki is on the ground kneeling, but he's trying to get back up as the chapter most likely ends. So from what I can say from the spoilers, all I can say is, oh my gosh, this is going to be a very hyped chapter. From what we see, we do not know definitively whether or not any of the students are alive. Well, we do know some students are alive. We also saw like a little panel where we saw like a lot of the student heroes. A lot of them are have taken damage, but they're still alive. But we don't know about everyone else in the area. Heck, we don't even know if Midnight is still alive. But what we do know for a fact, at the very least, that Momo and her group did successfully put the anesthetic into Gigantomachia's mouth. The only problem is we don't know if he was able to swallow it, or when he opened up the guard to protect his face, whether or not it fell out. We just do not know definitively. Even with the spoilers, and even with the official chapter, we may not know definitively if it actually works. Most likely what I believe is that the anesthetic is going to work, but it's going to be a delayed effect, because it's supposed to work effective through injection, but because he swallowed it, it'll probably take longer to absorb, to go through the body, and then he may be in a critical time. Gigantomachia may be about to help Shigaraki, and then he just passes out right there, and that could lead to either the villains having to retreat or giving time for the hero. All we can really say is that from what we see with these spoilers, this chapter is going to be fire, as well as it's going to be very Kaminari and Mina focused, which more character growth for them, more character development, I'm all for it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this spoiler video for My Hero Academia. Hopefully you leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, do all of that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in the next video. Hey, see you guys later.